My name is Kelly Levy Barnes. I live on 463rd Street South, and I am here speaking to you today about the payment of the $180,000 of CAR funds that will be made to developer Beta Bay for the strip mall and apartments on Main Street at 2nd Avenue North. It's my understanding that CRA stands for Community Redevelopment Agency. The agency is funded by property taxes together with money from the county. According to the city's website, this fund is supposed to be used for downtown revitalization projects. The projects that have been funded in the past are new parking, sidewalks, bicycle racks, environmental restoration around Mullet Creek, etc. The last report issued by the city states that CR money was spent on the Waterfront Park and Mullet Creek Bridge. These are projects that benefit the entire community. There was artwork and new benches installed at the library. Again, projects that enhance the beauty of our downtown area for the benefit of all residents. In addition, there were 5 grants given to commercial property owners of about $5,000 per owner to make improvements to their business properties. The single largest expenditure was $157,000 for the Waterfront Park. My question is this: how can this city justify a payment of $180,000 to a developer, Beta Bay, for reimbursement of development costs for a commercial building with 24 luxury apartments? It does not meet the guidelines set out by the state of Florida for the CRAs. According to the state, these funds are supposed to be used for development of slums, blighted areas, and provide affordable housing. This project does not meet with any criteria. The payment of $180,000 far exceeds any prior expenditure. Grants to existing businesses were only $5,000. This is for a for-profit business. I was also at the meeting where the strip mall was unveiled. That was several weeks before the city voted to give the developer $180,000. This makes no sense to me and raises the issue of why this developer was favored. Finally, how did the commissioners seek input from long-term residents or any residents? Nobody I spoke to thought it was reasonable. Personally, I'm disgusted.
Good evening, Commission. My name is David Pearson. I live at 516 3rd Street South here in Safety Harbor. And I'm following up on what Kelly Barnes said, also with respect to the CRA grant of $180,000 to Beta Bay. I'm very concerned about this. It doesn't seem to meet any of the criteria that the state has set out, the county has set out, or even the city has set out, if you look in your own guidelines. I'm concerned that I've heard that some of the public officials who voted on this on these matters have a personal or business relationship with Beta Bay, the developer. If that's true, then why are you voting on this request for payment from the CRA fund? Isn't this a conflict of interest? Or is it some sort of a payback? Very concerned about that. And why does a multi-million-dollar strip mall and luxury apartments in any way fit the criteria that have been set out for the use of CRA funds? Is this setting a precedent? Is other entities going to come in now and look for retroactive payments? I don't know. But I'd ask the Commission to look at your own application, where it says, in the application, you're supposed to check the grant category that applies to your request. And many of these are what Kelly talked about, things that we probably could all agree on are very good for the future of the city. But the only one that seems to fit the $180,000 grant would be in the bottom of page 1 of the category. It says, interior renovation and or new non-residential building. And it goes on to say, the public portions of the building, not the luxury apartments. And it says maximums grant not to exceed $15,000 with a total maximum of $45,000 per budget year, and grant not to exceed $30,000 for hardware store, grocery market, etc., etc. This in no way justifies $180,000 to a for-profit business and raises in my mind the question of why. Thank you.
Let me have a few words on that. The allegations that there's a conflict of interest or there's some business interest involved with this development is preposterous. Okay, and I don't know where that information comes from. But nobody on this commission has any kind of business ties to that development or to As far as I know, Joe Faw.